Hello. I'm still not quite 100%, so today's video is going to be a short one. I've decided I was going to start a short series of questions and answers about all sorts of things that I get asked. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to start those today. The most common question I get is, what printer do you use and what paper do you print on? So I can tell you, I actually have two printers that I use simultaneously depending on what I'm printing. There is a slight difference in the print in both printers, so I'm going to show you the papers that I use. I'm not going to go over papers I don't use because that's not a question I ever get. And the example I'm using is the freebie from earlier in the week. Link the video here. But the first paper I'm going to show you is the most expensive paper I use. And it's the most expensive paper I use because of the box price, not price per sheet. This is about £30 for 50 sheets of paper. It is expensive and I don't use it but very often. It's a oyster finish, which is a semi-gloss kind of satin. I have printed these on my two printers. This top one is the 7750 and this is the 8550. Now you can see a very slight variation in the print. This one is much more vivid. I do love it, although you wouldn't really notice the difference if you weren't looking at them side by side. This is, as you can see, a semi-gloss, and I will use this paper if I'm printing photographs. The next paper is the most expensive paper in terms of price per sheet. This is over £20 in the UK, and it is the premium semi-gloss paper for the Epson. I prefer to use Epson paper because it's designed for my printer. And again, it's very similar. So that's the Murat again, or however you pronounce that. And this is the Epson. Now you can see it's not quite as white. The Epson has a slightly off-white colour. It gives things a more vintage feel. I love it. Now I print everything on the correct paper setting. So I select the paper I'm using and everything is best quality. And it's also, if I'm using the 8550 vivid colour. Now we're moving on to the cheapest of the two papers that I use. Now this paper I would use for everyday ephemera. It is a photo paper. It's heavyweight matte photo paper. You get 50 sheets and it's about £12. It's not that cheap. Obviously copier paper is going to be much cheaper, but it really won't give you this effect. I will show you the kind of effect you'll get on copier paper. But this is the Epson Heavyweight. It has a little bit of weight to it. And the final paper I use is the cheapest paper. And again, it's about £12 to £14 a box, depending on the situation with things at the moment. It's 100 sheets and it's photo quality inkjet paper. Now this particular paper, let me put that one aside. It is the thickness of copy paper, but this side is coated for photographs. So you get a lovely image, but the back is slightly matte. And this is much more like a copier paper because it's porous, it's not coated. So if you were to print on the wrong side, for example, this is what you'll get. So you can see the difference. This is the back of that photo quality paper. That's the front. So this is not coated. Now I use this paper if I am printing a journal page. I will print the good side on the front, and then on the back I'll print a backing page where it doesn't really matter if the colour is not that vivid. You get a nice lightweight page, a beautiful print on the front, and then the back would print very similar to a copier paper. So those are the papers I use. Epson photo quality inkjet paper, Epson matte paper, the heavyweight, the Epson premium semi-gloss photo paper, and the Murat oyster. So I hope that answers all your questions on paper. If you do have any more questions, pop them in the description below. thank you for joining me. I'm really sorry this was a short video, but I hope that helped. I will see you all really soon. Bye.